y'all are doing well. I am setting up the stream right now. I actually do not know how well that is going to work for this, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. Today, I am working on ring 5 of 10 of the color spectrum set. A custom project that I got going on. Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. Alrighty. I got that like button. Alrighty. I need a new tripod really badly. Okay, so that is where... be a better way. Okay, so first and foremost, I need to know the approximate size of the bit that I'm using, which is this one. From there, I use dividers to scratch in these little marks so I know where I'm going to be drilling. And I pull out a drill bit. Iris, how's it going? Alrighty. Now, it helps to do a little bit of indenting. So I'm gonna... It's been pretty good. I mean, still feeling a bit overwhelmed, but I got several things done. This project is almost ready to be set. I'll probably start that after this stream. It's not doing too bad. Actually, no, it's doing great. I'm overwhelmed a bit still, but it's doing absolutely fabulous. Sometimes it can be easy to, you know, get caught up in the things that are going wrong and forget all the things that are going right. I suspect there will be some interesting changes to the channel over the next few months. Good changes. Alrighty, boom. Perfect. How's your week going? Those videos this morning, Iris, they got a laugh out of me for sure. Thank you. Yeah, I really like how these wings are turning out. I feel that crafting projects are kind of like pancakes. It almost feels like you always burn the first try. If not the second, the third, and maybe fourth try as well. Right on. Just drilling out the pilot holes for where all the gemstones will go. Yes, I guess that's as zoomed in as I can get. Yes, I've got a little bit of burr life here, and then in cases of emergency, I use beeswax. But absolutely, definitely want to use wax or oil. I've seen some people use types of oil for it too. No problem. Man, flush setting is such a difficult type of setting, in my opinion. I know that's not a very popular opinion, especially coming from somebody doing like castle setting, but I don't have problems doing castle setting. I struggle with flush setting. Anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Although sometimes, because my eyes are in a microscope right now, I will sometimes take a minute to notice the questions. Thankfully, Iris is really good about, like, passing them on to me. Or being like, hey, did you notice this? That's a great question. No, I am not using a flex shaft. Well, okay, I'm using a flex shaft, but it's from Harbor Freight. It's a $50 bench grinder with flex shaft. I can kind of modulate the speed, not too bad on it. And then it's got an on and off switch. Now, it doesn't have a foot pedal, and I think a lot of professional setters would really be against that because they like to be able to put the drill bit like right where they're at and then start it. And I can understand that. I just can't afford one of those myself right now. I would say, like, it can absolutely be done without as much variable speed. Although, again, the $50 bench grinder flex shaft from Harbor Freight, and I am not sponsored by them, by the way. I just like the idea of there being affordable tools out there. Honestly, the microscope is probably more important for this type of a thing. I don't know. I know a lot of people who do flush setting without it. Ken, hello. By the way, thank you guys for those thumbs ups. I really appreciate all of you double tapping that screen for me. Is there a bunch of drilling noises or anything like that? I'm imagining it's probably quieter. I don't know if that's considered a good thing or a bad thing compared to normal. Normally you can hear the machinery working in the background. I know, right? Yeah, you hear nothing. I'm not sure if... Hi, Denise. I'm not sure if the not being able to hear said sound from it is considered to be a good thing or not. Alright. So now I'm going to switch my bit to a round. I guess you could call them that, Bluetooth headset. Okay, now I have a ball burr on the tip of this, and that's to help widen these out a bit. Wow, that's cheap. From the jeweler almost. Oh yeah, that's straight up, Ken. That's like my prices are pretty good. I think my number was about a third of that, if I remember correctly. Don't get me wrong, I ain't, like, the best ever, but pretty decent. Yo, hey Quad. You did change your name back. Makes it so much easier for me. Not that it really matters, because, you know. Sorry to hear that. I hope everything's alright, bud. Tiger Eye, it has been a minute. I appreciate that. Thank you. And you're just on an emotional roller coaster right now. Sorry you're going through all that, Hopefully I widened it out. the opposite. It was way too short. And we've been going for like only half an hour, and not familiar with that brand myself. I was wanting to get at least... I was hoping to start ring 6 on this and have one piece more sea glass jewelry done and this piece by the end of today. I don't think I'm going to do that or pull that off, because that would mean I'd have to finish this, do another, finish this, and then fabricate a whole pendant somehow in the next, like, 4 to 6 hours. Ooh, I should switch to live chat. There we go. What's going in the center of this, I'm not exactly sure right now, but I'm pretty sure it'll be green. Because this ring is going from white, like moissanite, so the only not natural gem in it, moissanite, to a teal, and it's going through green in the middle. Thank you. What is, Iris, can you explain what they do? Yes, Will, I did. I absolutely fucking did. And I'm just a little overwhelmed with life. If you got time after the stream, I'd like to give you a call. You know the rule, though. I gave you a budget. I agreed to that budget. We stick to that fucking budget. Like, I don't raise the price because I screwed up on my budget. That ain't on you. And thank you, Ken. So this is a setting burr. I didn't really explain that before, but as you can see, it's pointed like the bottom of a diamond or small little gemstone, and it's about the exact size of the gemstones that I'll be putting into this project. Oh, okay, yep, Iris, I know what you're talking about. I've seen something similar. Actually, I think I might have talked with Will about it once, about wanting to get a diamond machine for that. But they're a lot. They're very expensive to get one of those machines, so not this year, that's for sure. That is a really cool thing, though. I would love to be able to do something like that for people. It is a bit expensive, yes, but those machines are like very expensive. I want to say the machine, and they're expensive to run too. They take a lot of power. Why are those diamonds costing more than regular lab-grown diamonds? Because they got the trademark and the name and, you know, the story. Which I get. I kind of wish those people success. I really think the idea is cool. I'd love to do something like it myself. How did they get the silica to make the opal? The diamond makes sense to me because you just get reduced down to carbon during cremation. Do they somehow sift out the silica and then do the lab process from that? Now I'm curious. Huh. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 and 5 options. So 1, 2. 2, 3, 3, 3, and 3. Yes, that's going to work splendidly. Okay, cool. I could see, can see where your thought process is on that. Although iris diamonds are pretty indestructible. I mean, they're not perfectly indestructible, but put a good bezel set, like make it into a bezel set pendant. I bet you that thing would last 60, 70 years of wear with a good chain. Okay. Moissanite. I might need to make that just a wee bit bigger around. And that one, but that is okay. Barely got to touch it a little bit. Slow my speed down slightly. No, come back here. By the way, thank you everyone who's hit that thumbs up button. It really helps. Also, tonight or tomorrow, I will be uploading our third monthly giveaway. Will, you won this last one. Got Josh's out finally. And I'm kind of considering that this next one might be like a $200 wire wrap for our monthly members giveaway, just to, you know, do something kind of special and awesomes. I just got to be on top of actually promoting it and myself and all that, because I only get about $35 a month revenue on that. Okay. But I like doing those giveaways. I wonder if they've ever done like mixed, like not on accident, on purpose. What the fuck, Will? Thank you. Holy crap! That's hands down the largest donation ever. I'm pretty sure on the channel. Thank you. Watch this. Now YouTube is gonna start slamming the algorithm, because they're gonna be like, "Oh, money." Sorry, I shouldn't talk smack about the overlords. Well, you didn't accidentally hit an extra 0 there, did you? Because that's a lot, bro. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. 4 fits. It's a slider. Well, that definitely comes with a bunch of those entries into the, you know, actually, so that fills up the entries for the first 10, because I'm doing the kind of like raffle thing where every 10 super chats of $5, basically, or, you know, $5 increments, because that's just fair. So that fills up that first one, and then I'm pretty sure there's enough left over for like its own, so have to put down a little bit of a credit for you on that. Thank you. Alright, so this one needs to go a little deeper, but it's almost perfect. That middle one's perfect. Stone 3 needs to be widened out just a little bit. So stone 3 widened, stone 4 perfect, stone 5 deeper. Yes, indeed. Thank you for all those likes, everybody. Hello, Safel? Did I say that right? Hello, Haley. Alright, so 3. Okay. Now I'm going to check the fits again. Because I want all these stones to be as close to perfect fitting as possible. Okay, that one just does not like me. So it goes back into the container. Anybody got some cool plans for the weekend? We have a festival downtown. It's a big one, and I was thinking of going and scalping tomorrow and just, like, you know, setting up outside of it, but I was like, meh. Actually, I was thinking about doing it tonight, too, but then I was like, I would rather get this ring done. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Be making bouquets. That sounds really fun to me. Okay, up next. So we go from peridot to chrome diopside. Then the savorites have that nice minty color. And then we'll go to these teal sapphires from there. So 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I finally was able to get my engravers when I'm actually cutting with them to cut a polished line. Or more polished than it was before. It's kind of difficult to see, but like these spots here where I engrave, you gotta like spend some real time polishing your engraver, but it works wonders. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is really close. 6, also very close. Ooh. trying to see if I can get a good fit. Sometimes it just takes going through and like checking 6 or 7 stones, because these 3 seats are kind of tight together. I think that'll work though. And that's the one. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, I am really becoming a big fan of all these colors that I have access to. It can get addicting. It really can be. Okay, so I need to slightly widen these 3. Damn, well, that is going to be sitting there for the next, like, hour. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite enough yet. Hello. Fascinating. And the art in this is like the patience to cut each seat to the perfect depth and the perfect width and all that. Like, these will fit, but they're not quite in that perfect level. I need to cut them a little deeper, just slightly bigger around. Thank you. That is so kind. I really aim for that, and to bring, like, just something different, you know? One reason this project's so awesome. It's a color spectrum that like no one else is gonna have this set. Partially because everyone has different tastes in colors. Yeah, like a glove. Why you gotta hate? How much silver dust have I collected? I don't know how much is in my drawer below right now, but Jesse was having me collect dust for a future project. Actually, specifically, I make this pattern using said dust, and or patterns like that. And so I've been bottling it up. I think that's about 2 ounces, ounce and a half, something like that. I can also just melt that back into a bar of silver, though, which is really nice. Okay, so we got those. Up next, Savorite garnets. And I need to aim for the darker, not necessarily the darkest ones, but color's going to be important on this, and also size. Alright, so that last one's pretty good. All 3 of those are good. What are the odds? Please? Pretty please? Let this work out for me? Ken, that was a masterful dad joke over there. I respect that. That is it. Alright, so these last three I'll need to widen out a bit. Oh no. Just two of them. That one at the end is perfect. I need those two. Okay, cool. Green garnets, the little highlight to the center stone. Green sapphirites are my favorite. Flat out. And they're like 10 to 15 a piece, but I got some bigger ones too. These are, I think, 2.8, 2.9 millimeters. But like when I use those in something, which is what all these are gonna be, it's shockingly gorgeous. I almost wanted to, the person I'm making that pendant I just flashed for, I almost wanted to be like, hey, I can't use those rocks. Like, they're just too nice. I need them all. They're pretty. Alright, so the one on the end, pretty much good. So now, as long as all three of those teal sapphires now fit, that is a moissanite. Teal sapphire, teal sapphire, teal sapphire. What did I drop there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I didn't drop any. Okay, and I'm golden. I'll need to widen one of them a little more. Size 10. That, hey, it's always a good idea to verify. Oh, you are so close, though. Can't you work with me? Wait. Just a little bit more? Okay, so second to last needs a wee bit more widening. Other than that, we golden. Move on to the next step after this. Thank you, Iris. If anyone out there is able to double click that screen, it really helps with analytics. Or if you want to, hit that join button, that helps the channel a lot too, and is greatly appreciated. Solid. Sweet. Alrighty. I'm gonna need a saw blade. Hopefully I can use the what do they call this? 4/0? Like, I don't know how to say that blade size. I just know how to make this stuff. I don't know the terms. Because I'm self-taught like an OG. But I had an idea just now. Normally, I will cut the sides of the stones first, and cutting this part is the last thing I do. And it kind of struck me just now, why not do this part first, and then I can cut the rest so all the prongs are more even. Well, thank you. I try. Definitely one of the better free resources out there. Not the best, but one of the better ones for sure. Don't break, don't break. Okay, good. I need to melt that wax again. Is that band that you sent me earlier, Iris? I caught myself doing that earlier today. You know what? The 4/0 is too thick. Unfortunately. I am going to have to switch to the 6/0. I have 2 left. Unless I have a 5? I don't think I have 5. I do not. These 6/0 scare me because they're such a thin piece of metal that when you put the tension on your jeweler's saw, too much tension and they break. Too little tension and they don't cut right. The thicker ones, I've never found an upper limit to what I can... The pressure. You have a good one, Will. I hope you have a good weekend if I don't catch you. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for that donation. I need to move this ever so slightly. We're still in frame, thankfully. So right now what I'm doing is I'm separating what will become the prongs from each other. Now this isn't the only way to do it, but I find that it's a very neat solution to that goal. And I'm doing this under a microscope too, because my eyes just would not be good enough to do this otherwise. Yep. Fine work indeed. I have to have about the exact, like, this blade is just barely thin enough to do this properly without, and leave prongs behind. Wait. I missed something, Iris. Yeah, I got grinding there. So, what kind of jewel? I mean, it's hard for me to compete with a lot of the merch companies out there because I care about this, like, crazy level of quality. And that's not super conducive to merch prices that people enjoy. Quality. I like that quality. Okay, now I got the lines marked at least, so I can cut them to an even depth. I usually go about a little more than this saw blade deep. It also depends on the saw blade. the size of the stones, and the size the prongs need to be, and yeah. Ooh, okay, I think I know what you're talking about, Iris. At least, like, I kind of have a vague memory, or a memory of that. Because I was like, I can't compete with that if I remember correctly. Get some cool designs, though. I believe. Oh, I'm sure I can pull the designs off. My concern is, can I do it in a way, or for under like $250, $300? Perhaps. With the right equipment setup, perhaps. And I'm getting more and more optimistic about things as, you know, the months pass this year. Perfect. First thing I do, take this blade off, because I only have 2 left. Break not, want not. And they break easy. Whoops. I do have some heart cuts still, that is true. Okay. So, I need to pick which of these is going to be the right size. I think that one will. Hooray. If I remember correctly, she had some cool designs. Oh, hey, we Broke 30 thumbs up. Thank you guys. I appreciate all those likes. Oh, that's neat. No, I haven't. I don't have the 3D printer fully up yet. Although, once it is, that could absolutely be something doable. So, that's where I'm at. Thank you, Tiger. I appreciate you hanging out. It's always nice to have people chilling out while I'm working on something, and I enjoy the community aspect of this. Part of the reason why I just won't compromise on the Friday streams, no matter how much, other things I have to do, will do my best to always do this stream, because I really enjoy it. Thank you, and welcome, DFJ. It really is an amazing craft to learn. I consider the last 5 years where I've been blessed enough to be able to learn how to do this to, well, be just that, a blessing. Yep. 5 out of 10. Just doing a regular, like, castle pave setting. With multicolored gemstones in a interesting spectrum. Have a good one, Tiger Eye. I'm gonna have a lot of polishing to do, though. Thank you. Hey, Santoshi. Welcome. Okay, maybe not polishing. I more mean I'm thinking abrasives. I always call that a polishing. Not sure if I'm using the right term for that. Sanding. My burr's been a little argumentative. For me, I really love this part and the fabrication part. Although there's not much fabricating on a ring like this. Yeah, yeah. That part, Iris. That part. Yeah, I mean, I fabricated it from, but, you know, it's just, it starts out as that. But I also fabricate stuff like this. This is a project I'm currently working on that is getting to the stone setting phase. I do some interesting stuff at the bench when I get the time. I guess to be fair, I get plenty of time. But right now I'm just doing the stone setting. I miss wrapping so bad right now. Yes, what Iris said. being a little quiet right now. Sorry. Kind of in that, like, focus zone where everything just gets lost. Thank you, Iris. You're so sweet. Closer and closer. Wow, we got a... Thank you for all those thumbs ups. I really, really appreciate it. A lot of people have double hit or double tapped the screen. That does a lot to help me. I'm not going to hold my breath, but we might be setting another record today with our stream views. Should be really cool. I'm filing just a little bit on these prongs for shaping reasons. Okay. Now I'm cutting little divots into the side. Hello, Mariella? Sorry, I had trouble seeing the name tag there for a second. Yeah, it does. I've also noticed this microscope can make it so it's a little hard to, like, if I'm not used to being under it for 8 hours at a time, I can start getting, like, sick to my stomach and Gotta take breaks. I know I can take a break after the stream. As much as I'm really wanting to take your advice right now, Iris. Okay, and now to put a bit of a polish on it because I will not be able to do that later. But I want to be careful about how I do that as well. Thank you. I hope all is well in India. Almost at 50 likes. Getting close, everybody. I really appreciate all this love and support I've had today. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm going to switch to a smaller and less rigid, same grit, it's just less rigid, and I believe the bigger ones are silicon carbide discs, where this is aluminum oxide. Now I'm going to move up from 220 to 400. That's a good question. I see 49. Repolish after the stones are set, but this at least lets me polish the places that I can't get once the stones are fully set. This is my main objective right now. I'm struggling with the answer to that color or question, because like I like a lot of colors. Green, fire colors, blues. I do. All the streams are available for rewatch later. Plus, I have like between shorts, live streams, and videos, I probably have. Well, I know I have at least 1,000 of them. Building on that for some time. Alright, and then I'm going to switch to a rubber silicon oxide or silicon carbide knife edge. I'm going to sharpen it just a little bit first. I'm just hitting the parts that I won't be able to get later at this point. Mostly. And then, finally, ooh, we broke 50 thumbs ups. Thank you for that, everybody. Okay. I believe we'll start on this. I might have to switch it around, but we'll see. Stone 1, moissanite. Stone 2, moissanite. Peridot. 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 And then, wait, that's the savorite. There we go. Chrome diopside. Spoiled more is... That's why we have cats, Iris, to spoil them and, you know, toxic relationships. I know everyone out there who has a cat knows what I mean when I point out that cats are kind of like the living embodiment of toxic relationships. It seems to be what they do best. No. That will do. Alright, now I need my beading tool, which is right here. Make sure it's got the right head on it. Pretty sure it does. Yeah, it does. And I'm going to slowly start pushing the prongs to cover the parts of, or yeah, to hold the stones in. Pretty bipolar. Yeah. See what I mean, Iris? Cats. Toxic relationships. In the flesh. Yeah. Going well. Alright, so there's those stones, and now I've got this half. Pull the Savorite garnets back over. Let's see here. What did I do with? It appears I somehow misplaced one of my Savorites and mixed it up with the chrome dioxide. It's kind of easy to do from afar. That's okay. That's a good trade. I think. I'll have to check the color, but... yeah. That'll work. Perfect. And last but not least, the teal sapphires. Oh, come on, really? That was uncalled for. Come the fuck on, really? Gonna be a jerk for no reason. Sorry if I'm missing any questions or anything. I am staring at this through my microscope right now. Wait. Oh. Spiders. Delightful. there we go. Boom. Okay, now I just need to make sure all these stones are nice, locked in place, nice and tight. Without breaking them, of course, because too much pressure and things go snap. That's never fun on one of these. And then, last but certainly not least, step in this. I use my engraver. See what I mean about how I polished the very tip of it? Alright, there we go. my microscope feels like it's shaking way more than it should be right now. And I'm struggling to see this as well as I would like. Hello. Yeah, it does really show. Oh, wow. I just noticed we hit 60 thumbs up. Thank you for that. So engraver, after this one, is done until I redo my bench. Unfortunate, but necessary. However, Ring 5 is complete. 1, 2. Let's see here. Where's the others? The other one. I know there is literally one more chilling out on my desk somewhere. Hello, Jimmy, and hello. I do not know how to pronounce that name. Apologies. But hello. Welcome. Where, oh where? Did it go? Where could it be? I'll find it eventually, I guess. Chilling somewhere in the air. Oh, there it is. Boom. And actually, right where we started on this one, almost, not quite, but close. And into teal. There is all 5 rings finally completed. I'm getting better at these castle settings too. That's one reason I really appreciate this custom order, is I'm getting some practice in on those. Anyway, everybody, I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me today while we got this done. All the support that rolled in and all them thumbs ups. I'm kind of curious to see, because when I end the stream it shows me the analytics. I'm a bit curious to see how many views we got all together. But I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will catch some of y'all on the flip side tomorrow, about 1 o'clock. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Until next time, everybody.